Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And with all the excitement comparing icon wrenches to Snap-on and how well they can grip hexagonal shaped nylon stock, I thought I'd jump into this and compare some nylon gripping to wood gripping to metal gripping. So let's jump in here. I built a test rig in order to see if I could tell which one between the Snap-on and the icon could hold on to this 14 millimeter nut the best. So what I can do is I can lock both wrenches head to head. I only have a short little nuts here, so I can only grab about half of it, but I'll be able to center it. So what I've got is an icon 14 millimeter. I'll put that on, line it up, there we go, and Snap-on. And if the logos are both facing each other, they're going in the same direction. So I'm going to flip one over and then try to turn it in the right direction. So line it up, there we go. Now I can seat both of them nice and snug, and then I can tighten this up. So what I can do is then compare right here, do they each have enough? Looks like the icon's got a little bit more, so what I can do is literally just adjust this. I can turn the nut to center it. Is that better? See, if I go, there's too much on the Snap-on. Back this off. I can just adjust this right there. Is that about right? Close enough for me. So, and then I make sure they're both seated. Snug it up. And then I'm going to put a mark on it so you can watch the action here. That's just to see which one moves, which direction. So I've got the icon here is on the nut side, and the bolt side here is the Snap-on. So here we go. They're all snugged up. This is all snug. Let's, I guess you push with the logo down, right? Is that how that works? So either way, if I'm doing that, if I'm pushing the logo down, I'd be lifting this one and lifting that one. Yeah, that's right. So here we go. You ready? Let's see what happens. So I'm going to start to turn these. Remember, this one's the icon, the top one here. Look at that. The icon failed there. But while I've got my test rig up, I'm going to go ahead and drop in a snap. This one, remember, is the Flank Drive Plus. So I've got a 14, whoops, I'll have to use, I don't know where that went. I am going to drop on a Snap-on here, same nut. Actually, I can put it's coming apart, I'll put a whole new nut on. Alright, so here's a fresh nut, and I'm going to have to use a nylon nut on the end. Oops, gosh, gravity is strong in here today. So here's the smooth one. I'll put that on the bolt side. Line it up there. Give myself about half. Whoops, couldn't see that. Give myself about half there. Is that good? Close. And then the 14 millimeter Snap-on. So there's opposite. Drop that on. Here we go. Now I'm going to snug this up if they're centered. How does that look to you guys? Half and half? I think that's not too bad. Slide that on, snug it up. So there's my test rig. So you can see it's all snugged up. 2 Snap-ons. I'm going to grab my pen here, make another mark right here. And now, what do we have? This, the one with the ratcheting end, this is the Flank Drive Plus right here. And this one is a regular old Flank Drive. So here we go. They're all snug. They're both seated. Let's see which one. Here, the Flank Drive Plus is on the bottom, the toothed one. Look at that. So the Flank Drive Plus beat the smooth snap-on in this test. You see that? Because Flank Drive Plus is still here, still lined up. So in that case, Flank Drive Plus, or the toothed one, beat both snap-on and the Icon. But wood is a different story. So let's go ahead and try this. I'll go ahead and slide that on. And now the Icon here. So here's lined up. I'll flip the Icon over, slide that on. Let's see which one grips wood better. Well, snap-on held onto it, but Icon got a bigger chunk. Could have been the glue. I've got different thicknesses because I wasn't sure what was going to happen here. What is going on there? Oh, you know what? It's because it's not a 14. It's a 19. My mistake. I cut the wood to be 19, so I need a 19 here and a 19. Here's a 19 Icon and a 19 snap-on. There we go. Now we're better. So they're both lined up. If I'm turning logo down and logo, in this case, yeah, logo down. So we'll line those two up. Here we go. Pair of 19s fighting it out. And look at that Icon. Up. Do you see that? Right there, you saw it. Icon slipped off the wood. Of course, it's smooth, so that might have something to do with it. So let me grab a smooth snap-on and a smooth Icon, and we'll try it again. You can see that? Just slid right off. We'll try it on this piece here. So here's my snap-on. Let's see, I'll put it on this side again. Hold the Icon right there. Also, I'm going to go down with the Icon, and those would line up. So I'm going to go upside down here. Is that right? Nope, I got to reverse it. There we go. Okay, here we go. So I line those two up. Test rig looks good. Comparing snap-on and Icon on... Oh no, gravity is crazy. Try that again. I'm going to have to go fast. So here's the Icon and the snap-on lined up. And here we go. Look at that. Which one's sliding off? You saw it. The Icon slips off the piece of wood more than the snap-on. Well, let's take it one step further here and try it on a piece of metal. I don't know. What size is this guy? Gotta be in here somewhere. That's not the one I want to use. But if I can find which one fits here. 17, there we go. So 17, close enough. And had to grab my 17, that's my 18. 17. There we go, 17 Icon, 17 snap-on. We'll start out snap-on with the snap-on with the Flank Drive Plus, the Icon here. Flip it over, line it up, and here we go. And I can't because I'm not strong enough. So somebody else will have to do that. Project Farm, I guess, already did. So anyway, there's my test. So in this case, when I grab a hold of one of these things with a either snap-on wrench, I am getting a snap-on win. So here's that Icon. Just try it like this. Real simple test if you want to go to your hardware store and get a nylon nut for like 59 cents. You can try it yourself. Right here, space those two out. Pretty close. You can give a little more to the Icon. And what do we have? the icon just slips. In fact, I'll give a whole bunch to the icon and see. Look at that. How much the icon's got versus how much the snap-on's got. Here we go. Oh. Anyway, well, you saw it on this one. What does it prove? I have no idea. But I do find it interesting because that's the fun of using tools. That's the fun of trying different things and exploring them and comparing them. What I did notice is how much shorter the icons are. And maybe they make a long one, but you know, compared to the snap-ons, that became apparent. The thickness, real similar. Snap-on beam's a little thinner. Does it matter? Well, if you're using nylon nuts to build your engine, then you might have some bigger trouble. Here's the funny thing. If I use this, throw this on, it doesn't quite fit in the jig, but it is, if I'm holding tension on it, this is incredibly strong. Incredibly strong. This one, here's a 14. That's the icon. Let me do the snap-on. So if I'm holding tension, it's a little hard with the limited reach there. There it is. That one just bent it. That doesn't work. But I found these two to be really handy. You saw that as this was crushing it, that was the problem I ran into. Is trying to get these not to crush, because you can easily distort them with something like this. But that's the problem with nylon too, and aluminum, you know, or beryllium, or whatever the nuts happen to be. But anyway, there it is. If you've got other suggestions for this, you know, comparison, I'd like to know, because it seems like there's a lot of controversy, and if you have to do the test just right, then I don't know if I believe it. You know, it shouldn't be somebody running up saying, no, 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 that's not how you do it. You have to do it this way, or you spin the wrench that way, or you've got to grab it a certain way. I would think that the snap-on should win no matter what. That no matter how, I mean, if there's a use case where you can make the icon beat the snap-on, but it's only in one particular way, I don't know if that counts. On the other hand, if the icon wins and you say, well, you got to do the test a different way to get the snap-on to win, well, that doesn't matter. I should be able to throw anything on here and just start twisting and see what happens. And obviously, if you want a true winner, here's your winner. Just go grab your plier wrench from Knipex, because, you know, nothing is going to get through that. Anyway, that's my take on it. And with that, Doc out.